Thank you all for being here to celebrate Alex and Christine's wedding. It's been a beautiful day so far. For those who don't know me, my name's Alberto and I'm Alex's cousin. Just wanted to thank also Rachel, Sophie and Summer and everyone who's involved in making this day a great success. Everything just seems to be going perfect so far, but I'm looking at you, Alex. There's time. Sarah brings that. Look, I've only known Christine for around 4 years, known Alex all my life, consider him my brother. We've grown up together, we've travelled together, worked together, we've even lived together for a while. He's always been there for me and I'm always going to be there for him. I'm not going to bring up any stories to try and embarrass him or anything like that. I know, that's what you guys wanted, but look, anyone who knows Alex knows that if you hang around long enough, you're going to see that yourself. Given that I know him so well, I can say that when Alex and Christine decided to take their relationship further, I noticed in that moment that there was something just different about him. Just like a different light in his eyes, just a new lease on life, if anything. A bit of a breath of fresh air. And he's definitely the happiest I've ever seen him. Look at you, that's your fault. From there, I've been able to see them grow together, enjoy life, plan their weekends away, the wine adventures, and they've just really been laying the foundation for their future. So I'm just so proud of him and Christine. Christine's she's a strong, smart, beautiful person, very driven, as we know. She's an infectious personality. I'm sure all of you would know that by now. She's got a beautiful smile. And I know Alejandra and I just love spending time with them, having just good meals and good times. And we look forward to future adventures with them. So totally proud to have her in our family. Oh, come on.
Okay, all right. For those that don't know me, my name is Summer, Christine's best friend and maid of honour. Did I turn it off? Yeah. What did I do? On. Hello. There we go. Okay. So Christine and I first met while working at Far Pavilions. We were both at uni, probably about 12 or so years ago now. From the moment that Christine asked me if I liked Maroon 5 and if I'd like to go and see them in concert, I knew that we were going to be best friends. Sorry. Okay. Over the years, we have cemented our friendship with Friday night dinner night dates, more Maroon 5 concerts, and travelling the world together. Christine has always been the sensible one of us two, the calm one, the yin to my yang. And no better demonstration of this than bungee jumping in Queenstown. Video footage of my jump shows me running towards the end of the platform, my legs slowly collapsing from underneath me and kind of falling off the end of the platform, screaming the entire way down and up and then back down again. Christine's video, however, is a completely different story, completely calm and silent, like something she had done 1,000 times before. Pretty sure Alina still hasn't forgiven me for that video. Christine has always been the one who can make me see reason when no one else can, who has kicked my butt when I've certainly deserved it, more than a couple of times. And I like to think that I am the only one, I am one of the only ones, if not the only one, who can get Christine out of her comfort zone. I remember on New Year's Eve, a few years ago, somehow I convinced Christine to come to a jungle music pop-up.
Yeah, for the video. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Somehow I convinced Christine to come to a jungle music pop-up, so technically illegal, dance party with me. There we were, festival braids in our hair, quite a few drinks deep, dancing our butts, me dancing my booty off. Look over, and there's Christine sitting on our picnic rug with Mike, clearly having a conversation about how much the music effing sucks and how all the tracks sound the same. But still, she stayed until the end and made sure I was safe and didn't lose my stuff. This wasn't the first time one of us had dragged the other to a gig we were clearly not interested in being at, but that's what you do for friends. Christine has always accepted me for who I am and never judged me. Encouraged me when I was having a pity party, which of a few I've had, kicked my ass when I've needed it. Together, we have been through a few heartbreaks, a few breakdowns, and a couple of times I wasn't sure our friendship was going to make it. But I know without a shadow of a doubt, she would drop everything and drive the 3.5 hours down to Coffs Harbour to be with me if I needed her to. Christine, you are my best friend and my sister, and I'm so grateful to be by your side today while you and Alex start your life together. Alex, you already know this, but you don't just start your life with Christine, you also inherit me. But you kind of already figured that out. I love you guys and congratulations.
Has that thing giving you issues? Or?
Sure. It's all
I think they've got a plan B. I'm just going to strap it up. Just quickly, is it alright if I strap this bad boy
You can do
to
whatever
it?
you like.
Thank you. There you go, and just hold underneath it.
Excellent.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Hello, welcome, family and friends. I'm Greg and I'm Christine's father. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you all for attending this very special occasion. I would especially like to thank my beautiful partner Karen, my youngest daughter Natalie, wherever she may be, Christine's mother Alina and her partner Brett, and also her grandparents Victor, April and Ron, and Ron's up the back there. I'd also like to say we're very lucky to have all the way from Spain, we have Alex's parents, Mercedes and Jonathan, as well as his two sisters. I'd also like to take a special mention of Christine's grandmother Kathy, who unfortunately passed away recently. But Christine, I'm sure she's looking down on you with love and pride. Alex, thank you for making my daughter so happy, and I want to formally welcome you to the family. I've seen how much love and respect you have for her, and she could not have wished for a better husband and future partner for life. Future? No. Also, finally, there's another boy in the family, so we can even things up a little bit. I'm counting on you. Christine, you have always been mature and wise beyond your years. I've always been so proud of the dedication and the hard work that you put into everything you do. And I know that you will put the same effort into your marriage. I love you, and I can't wait to see what the future brings for you both. If I can pass on one piece of advice to you both, it would be to make sure you take the time every day to sit down, talk, and really listen to each other. Take pride in each other's achievements and help each other through any difficult times. I'd like to make a toast. Christine and Alex, may the future bring you happiness, wisdom, and children, so I can be a grandfather. Yeah. I give you my blessing, and I know your union will last a lifetime. Congratulations, Christine and Alex.
Jonathan, you're up.
Thanks.
Good evening, everybody. Actually, it's great to be here, and I want to thank you all for coming. Closer? Is that better? Thank you. I'm one of the people that travelled all the way from Spain, and trust me, it was worth it. I want to give you a little bit of history, and there have been some pretty important people in Alex's life. His grandmother, Vincenta, played a significant role in his early childhood and was very fond of him. But now Vincenta and her sister Teresa were also the backbone of an extended family that included the Del Castillos, the Luquis, the Delarcos and the Priegos, and there's probably some, if not all of them, here this evening, and you may have met them. And it was a family in which Alex grew up, and there was a lot of love and there was a lot of security, and it certainly played a big role in who he is today. This extended family has changed over the years. New families have joined it. Subsequent generations have taken over custodianship of the family. It stayed together, it's still running strong, it's still mostly here today, and it remains a very important part of Alex's life. If there's one family member that knows Alex well, it would be Alberto, his cousin and friend, and he's already introduced himself and told you a little bit about that history. But Alberto, I'd like to thank you for your role as best man and for being here for Alex. And maybe a quick round of applause for Alberto. Actually, just as an aside, when you're asked to speak on behalf of the groom, I wasn't quite sure what one says. And it's not very often that the best man gets thanked at a wedding, so this is quite an unusual situation. I'd also like to thank Tony and Africa Delarco for keeping an eye on Alex while we've been overseas. Now, I'm pretty certain they would have done that regardless, so we didn't necessarily have a lot of choice in that. But Mercedes and I are grateful, very grateful for the role that you've played. Finally, I'd like to acknowledge Alex's mother, Mercedes. Now, we know she loves him, but just as importantly, she has always encouraged him to be his best. And through her own example has shown him what is possible. She's played a key role in his life and certainly helped turn him into the man he is today. Now, I know Alex also values friendship, and one of his oldest friends, Michael, is here today and acting and serving as a groomsman. So Michael, thank you very much for supporting Alex and making today a success. Now, family and friendship is a two-way street. It's not just what a family can do for you, it's what you can do for the family. And I know this is a lesson that Alex has learned over the years, and it's something he takes seriously. His commitment shows in many ways. He's good at staying in touch. I know he speaks to his mother on a regular basis. Relationships are important to him. I particularly like how he is close to his sisters, Africa and Bianca, and he pulls his weight. He certainly gets involved in family events. It is fair to say that this all affords him a great foundation on which to build his own family. At this point, I would also like to take a moment to remember Alex's father, Jack. I know Alex has been thinking about him a lot recently and would appreciate if Jack was in our thoughts as well. Now, I've known Alex for some 10 to 30 years, and I'm not sure how this will translate. But not long after we all moved into an apartment at Toowong, we used my car to transport our belongings from one apartment to the next. And on one of those many trips, Alex asked me if this would become the new family car. If you can imagine this, I'm recently stopped being a bachelor. Alex is 10, and he's turned to me and said, "Can this be the family car?" And of course I said, absolutely, yes, it can be. And I've carried that the rest of my life as one of those special moments. Many years later, I witnessed the passion Alex lavished on his own cars. And it did occur to me at the time that maybe he'd been more focused on the vehicle than our new family. you can imagine him thinking, hey, this car is much cooler than Mum's old brown Mitsubishi. Maybe we can use it instead. Now, I choose not to think of it that way. For me, it'll stay a special moment. Shortly after that, Alex also started to develop his cooking skills. I can tell you that the first attempts were not great. He used a metal container to heat up some food in a microwave. I've never tried it. I've been tempted. I believe it's pretty impressive, and it's quite a light show. He forgot he was roasting popcorn on the stove. Now, as a result of that incident, we had to repaint the kitchen ceiling. But from these early missteps and through his time at Cafe One and to what was truly an excellent paella on the weekend, he has developed into a very good cook. And trust me, the paella was excellent. The only issue some of us have is he's still a little humble about his cooking, about his creations. So Alex, I'd suggest to this, you need to start channeling your grandfather and develop some attitude around the table, okay? Either way, he certainly is a good catch, Christine. I'm a bit like Alberto. I don't have any great stories. You know, basically, Alex was a pretty good kid, and he wasn't a too challenging teenager either. And the interesting thing is, what stories I do have, Christine already knows, so he fessed up. But I will tell you, he had his moments. Sneaking out of the house to be with his mates late at night, and Michael, I think you were one of those. Deciding not to go to school and being caught out by his mother and his grandfather. Actually gave his grandfather quite a fright when he did that one. And losing his grip on a golfing club and watching it sail out into the middle of the lake. You know, but however, in all fairness, he always returned home after going out in the night. After school, he settled into the workforce, where he worked hard and is well respected. He never repaid us for the golf club, but he did become quite good at mini golf, so I guess we got something out of that after all. That said, there was one thing, or one area we would have liked Alex to be better at, or put at least some more focus on. The one thing that truly stopped him from being perfect, at least in his mother and my eyes. Now, he wasn't always the best at addressing the chores that were top of his to-do list. You know, Alex, fixing the oven door, redoing the apartment. That's why it was such a wonderful surprise when he and Christine moved in together. The oven door got fixed, the kitchen got remodeled, the apartment was renovated. So having partnered with Christine, Alex was now perfect. So thank you, Christine. We will be eternally grateful for you for that. Now, I don't want to make light of it. They have a great partnership and they work very well together as a team. I'm not sure the best way to express it, but they just seem to fit together perfectly. As an example of their teamwork, I would like to congratulate them on the excellent job they've done in organising today. In fact, if anything deserves a round of applause, I think that does. And I would suggest they will go on to do great things together. Though I'm not quite sure how this spreadsheet thing fits into all that, but it always seems to be part of the deal. Now we met Christine and her family for the first time this week. And it's already apparent to us that not only is Christine a lovely person, but she brings with her a caring and supportive family. And I have no doubt that the combination of Alex's extended family and Christine's extended family will provide a fantastic foundation on which they can build their own. And if I can echo Greg's comments, there needs to be children as well. So to me, it feels right. So I want to thank you all for the role you've played in their lives to date. And I'd like to join us in a toast to Christine and Alex and their future together. Thank you.
Alex, Christine, any words? Nothing? So to summarise, beautiful day, beautiful night, hurry up and have kids.